Good evening, everyone. Once again, I'm Will Miller, and I'm the co-chair of the East Point Planning and Zoning Commission. At this time, I'd like to call our regularly scheduled November meeting to order. Staff, would you sound a roll call to establish a quorum?
Yes, Mr. Vice Chair. Commissioner Lovett, Commissioner Bell, here. Commissioner Miller, here. Commissioner Fan, here. Commissioner Atkins, Commissioner Tucker, here. Commissioner McKnight, Commissioner Maxwell, here. And Commissioner Mitchell. Mr. Vice Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like for you all to join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. If you would, please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioners, at this time, I'd entertain a motion to adopt our agenda as presented. It's been so moved by Commissioner Maxwell and seconded by Commissioner Fan that we adopt the agenda. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it. Our agenda is adopted. Commissioners, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve our October 17th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Miller, seconded by Commissioner McKnight, that we approve our October 17th 2019 meeting minutes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it. Our October 17th 2019 meeting minutes are approved. Do we have any old business at this time?
No, Mr. Vice Chair.
Thank you very much. Our next agenda item, is new business. It's case number 2019 V as in Victory 020-010. Staff, would you sound the agenda item, please?
Good evening, commissioners and guests. This evening we have case number 2019V-020-10 by Mr. Juber Metawala. It is for a variance case at 2871 Main Street, East Point, Georgia, in the CR Commercial District for a variance to request a reduction of parking from 16 required spaces to 0.
Thank you. This agenda item does require a public hearing. I will now read the rules for public hearings. Public hearings before the Planning and Zoning Commission shall be conducted in accordance with Section 10-2219 of the East Point Zoning and Development Regulations as follows. Persons both favoring and opposing the proposed case will be provided as an opportunity to address the Commission. The applicant for the zoning case or the applicant's designated representative, if any, will be entitled to speak first, followed by other speakers in favor of the proposal for a total of 15 minutes. Those who oppose the proposed zoning case will also be presented a time to speak for a total of 15 minutes. By majority vote, the Commission may increase the total time of speakers provided that each side is given the same amount of time. If there is more than one speaker for a side, the chair or the presiding officer may limit the time allotted to each individual speaker other than the zoning applicant. The zoning applicant may reserve a portion of his or her allotted time for rebuttal. Speakers must adhere to the rules of decorum. Prior to speaking, each speaker shall identify him or herself and state his or her current address. Each speaker will speak only to the merits of the proposed zoning ordinance under consideration, shall address remarks only to the commission, and shall refrain from making personal attacks on any other speaker. The presiding officer may refuse a speaker the right to continue if, after being cautioned, the speaker continues to violate the rules of decorum. You've heard our rules for public hearings. Staff, you've sounded a case, and at this time, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion to open the public hearing. It has been moved by Commissioner Tucker Todd and seconded by Commissioner Fan that we open the public hearing in case number 2019 V as in Vincent 020-10. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. Hearing none, the ayes have it. The public hearing is now open for case number 2019 V as in Victor 020-10. Would the applicant please step up to the podium, state your first and last name and your current address. Hi. Excuse me, is the microphone on?
And while they're doing that, let the record reflect that Commissioner Mitchell has.
Good to have you, Commissioner Mitchell.
Okay, can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay, my name is Nafisa Mitewala. I live at 3291 Sir Henry Street in East Point. I'm here to ask for the variance case. Our request is to require zero parking. We purchased this property a couple of years ago. And when we bought the property, we thought we would have enough space in the back to have parking that, because the city requirements to have at least 4 parking spaces. And unfortunately, after having surveys done and looking at the property, it's not possible. We have enough length, but we don't have enough width. The surveys require that we have at least 25 feet, and unfortunately we don't have that. So that's why our request is for reduction parking to 0. Also, our intention is to make the property into a restaurant or bakery slash a coffee shop. Since we have the MARTA station right across from the street. At that time, when we were looking at the property, we thought that we would have some parking in the front, but after East Point redid the walking space and everything, we found that we cannot have any parking in the front. And unfortunately, there's no space in the back. We asked our neighbor if we can do shared parking. Unfortunately, they said no, we cannot. So that's why I'm here to say that if we can have the reduction to 0 parking.
Thank you very much. Are there any other proponents here to speak in favor of this zoning case? Any other proponents? Seeing none, are there any opponents here to speak against the zoning case? Any opponents? Seeing none, Commissioners, at this time, I would entertain an...
Move that we close.
Is there a second? Second. It's been moved by Commissioner Mitchell and seconded by Commissioner McKnight that we close the public hearing. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it. The public hearing is now closed. Staff, would you please sound your recommendation?
Staff recommends approval of the variance to reduce the parking of number of off-street parking spaces from 16 as required in section 10-2154 of the zoning ordinance to 0 with the following conditions. We recommend enhance landscaping. We would like to ensure that the color scheme is in accordance with the downtown architectural overlay standards. We would like to consider artsy signage and have them inquire about the public art plan and implement dark sky downward cast lighting in an attempt to prevent light pollution.
Commissioners, at this time, you've heard from the applicant and you've heard the staff's recommendation. At this time, I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion to approve with staff recommendations.
Second.
It's been approved by Commissioner Tucker Todd and seconded by Commissioner Mitchell that we approve the application with staff's recommendations. Are there any comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. The ayes have it. Your case is approved. Next on the agenda will be announcements. Staff, do you have any announcements for us?
There are currently no announcements.
My fellow commissioners, do you all have any announcements to make tonight? Okay, great. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So at this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. It has been so moved by Commissioner Maxwell and seconded by Commissioner Fan that we adjourn. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you. The ayes have it. Thank you very much. Good night. Thanks for coming in.